Shook-ith is not even the correct word to describe how I'm feeling.
Unbelievable.
Welcome to Wrestle Capsule. I'm Bayley, and we're talking about the premium live event that was the Elimination Chamber. Because I was not going to make a video about this show. I just wasn't. I'd already put out a video about The Rock and Cody Rhodes possibly selling his soul. And if you guys have not watched that, I'm gonna link it up here so you guys can check it out. But I had already done that video and I was like, you know what? I might do a video for another maybe 2 weeks or so. But then I watched Elimination Chamber and my mind was changed. It didn't even take that long for me to be like, okay, I have to do a video on this. The first match of the night, the Women's Elimination Chamber match, had me. The match didn't even start yet. And I was like, bro, I need to talk about this on my channel. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but I was surely not expecting for Jade Cargill to come out. 1, 2, was not expecting her to, instead of going after Liv Morgan, she went and started rolling them balls on Naomi in the corner. Now, I do remember, I don't know if I put it up on YouTube, but I definitely put it up on TikTok, where I was talking about my suspicions of who exactly I thought had attacked Jade Cargill or had her on the shelf. And I was like, Naomi. I had my reasons. It made sense. Stuff lined up. And for all of it to come full circle and for WWE to go with this. Because remember, we had already seen backstage Naomi and Bianca Belair watching the footage, the surveillance cameras, with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez walking off laughing and stuff, with Jade going up in amber lamps. Like, we saw that already, and I was like, okay, maybe they're not going that way. But with Jade going out, and I'm telling you, the fury in her face, she had all black on, she was ready to scrap. Bruh, she didn't just get her lick back. She didn't just get her payback. She annihilated Naomi. It was so bad. So bad. All the emotion that was in that segment. Before the match even started, Bianca Belair in the pod, she's watching as Jade Cargill is destroying Naomi all around in the cage, and she's banging on the pot. I was, oh my goodness, like, for a moment I felt so bad for Bianca. Like, I didn't really feel bad. I felt a little bit bad for Naomi. Like, that's what she gets. She did what she did. I felt really bad for her 2 times when she got kicked into the pod, and then when Jade slammed the cage into Naomi's neck, throat, face, all in this generalized area, and she was just like, let's just lay it on the mat. Like, those are the 2 times I felt bad for her, but I really felt bad for Bianca because she was giving Academy Awards in that pod. It was giving Jey Uso. It was giving she's about to get the awards. Like, the emotion, like, she wanted to get out of the pod and just like stop the fighting and everything. She looked so confused. She looked so distraught. She, like, the fact that even with all that had happened, and then Jade Cargill walking off being like, I did what I did, I'm done. Before I even get into Bianca Belair winning, because that's a whole thing in of itself, the fact that the crowd was singing da 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 hey goodbye to Naomi as she's on the stretcher, all freaked up, like, people were not on her side. Like, Jay came in, freaked her up. The people took Naomi out, and there was no mercy from the fans. It was literally crazy. But to get back to the whole Bianca Belair thing, this is what I said to myself as I was watching, because I had a little scary feeling in my gut that WWE was gonna have Liv Morgan win it, and I thought that was gonna be a bad move. And I was like, if y'all do that, I'm gonna riot watching WrestleMania. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna protest. I'm gonna boycott watching WrestleMania 41. I can't do it. I was just like, anybody but Liv. I love Liv, love her, but this just was not her night. It just was not supposed to be her night. But I will say, girl was scrapping and fighting, and she did her dang thing. She stayed until the end. And overall, that women's Elimination Chamber match was good. It was so good. It was so enjoyable to watch. Of course, outside of the whole situation with Jade, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. Besides that, like, the match itself was good. Having Roxanne Perez, like, she is such a star in her own right. And I don't know if she's officially on the main roster right now, or she's still, going between NXT and Raw, whatever. But either way, like, her being in these premium live events, being on the main roster, being up against these superstars who have been on the main roster for years, her going at it and just looking like she's just a part of the whole group. Like, she's not even looking like a sore thumb. Like, it was so dope to see her with Bayley scrapping, freaking Alexa Bliss, Bianca. Like, it's all in all, what I was expecting this match to be was just not what I actually got, and I'm glad. I'm really glad. So when it was down to Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan, I feel like that was such a smart move to go with that, because those two have been going at it, especially in light of the whole situation with Jade Cargill. The whole her getting put on the shelf, being attacked, all that stuff, the speculation of it being Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez being responsible for the whole situation. Like, it made sense for it to be down to Liv Morgan and Bianca Belair. Liv, because she has been in the Women's World Championship talk situation, just the championship thing in general. She's been in the light of that. Had it, didn't have it. Like, it's been a whole thing with her and Rhea Ripley. And then on the other side, Bianca Belair. I have been waiting. I have been waiting for Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley to duke it out, to fight, to have that match. And while I was not exactly expecting it to be for a championship, it just makes it so much better. These two women are so sound in their wrestling abilities. They came to the main roster around the same time, around the Demic, the Goldberg's Demic, the Thunderdome, WrestleMania type situation. Like, they came in around the same time, and they're both strong, muscular women. They both have they're just, oh my goodness, there's so many similarities between these two female superstars, and I like them equally. I really do. Oh my goodness, it is so funny that it's a possibility if Rhea Ripley retains against Io Sky this for Monday Night Raw in this Women's World Championship match. Then I'm gonna get what I want. And why this is so significant to me, to see the possibility of seeing Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair duke it out in a championship match at WrestleMania, is because I've talked about this before on my channel, about how much of an impact the Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks SmackDown Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 37. Like, it was just such a monumental thing for me to experience, to see these two women of color in a championship match. That not only just the fact that the color of their skin, but how strong their chemistry was in the ring and the story that they were telling. And it just did something to my soul. I know it sounds so corny, I don't care, but it did something to my soul. And it's the same feeling that I felt with Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39 for the championship. Like, I felt that same thing. It was one of the four horsewomen, a horsewoman, passing the torch to another female superstar who has been climbing the ranks, and it's just such a significant thing. It's just such a big thing for the women's division, for both of those matches, specifically for me. So to circle it back around and to possibly have these two have a championship match at WrestleMania 41 is monumental for me. There's always a possibility that Io Sky might win. I love Io Sky. I'm glad that she's getting this championship opportunity to go after the Women's World Championship, because she hasn't had that match. She hasn't had that championship yet. But I do not want to see Bianca Belair and Io Sky at WrestleMania for the Women's World Championship. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that yet. It's not that I never want to see it. I just don't want to see it yet. I don't feel like that's the time. I want to see Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. I cannot wait. So I hope Rhea does retain. And it's so amazing. I was going to say this earlier, but my own brain skipped to what I was going to talk about next. But the fact that with everything that happened at the beginning of this Women's Elimination Chamber match, even before the match happened with Jade Cargill and Naomi and that situation, and then with Bianca Belair finally being able to get out of the pod, and she's just like, I don't even care about this match. I just want to see what is going on with Naomi, what's going on with Jade, because Jade had already left, and Naomi was on the stretcher, still in one piece somehow, and Liv Morgan grabs her from the back, and she just has to switch into fight mode. With everything that happened, she had to go up against Liv, Bayley, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne, Perez. And with all that, she was still able to win the Elimination Chamber match. With it being down to just her and Liv Morgan, the fight till death was crazy between these two women. It really was. It was so bad. Oh my gosh. And I don't mean bad as in it was a bad match, but it was so bad. Like, it was brutal, even down to Bianca slapping the crap out of Liv Morgan's stomach with her braid. It was crazy. I love hearing that sound. Like that stuff. I don't know how in the world she does it. I don't know what she be putting in her braid, but the sound is real. The tag team match with Trishy Time and Tiffy Time versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. I'll just tell y'all now, I was not caring about this match. It's not because I don't like the people that are in the match. For some reason, I was really digging Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton being on the same team, especially with, big bully Nia Jax and little bully Candice LeRae, the pixie dust queen. Like, they needed to get their comeuppance in that match, but I just wasn't. It was alright. It was alright. But in the end, I'm glad that we got some Tiffy time and some Trishy time because it was needed. And all I have to say in regards to this match is I hope that Tiffany Stratton is done with the whole Nia Jax and Candice LeRae thing, but I'm not sure that she is. And the only reason why I say that is because Nia Jax does not quit. She is still hurt about the situation. She's still hurt. And it's crazy that she hurt because she was the one that was mistreating Tiffy from the get-go, treating her like her little minion, carrying her bags and stuff. I mean, Tiffany Stratton was the one with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and at the time, Nia Jax, she had her women's championship. So Nia Jax kind of took Tiffy under her wing, and I don't know where we get Candice LeRae. Like, what really, I think I talked about this before on my channel, but if I didn't, I'm gonna say it again. I blame Candice LeRae. If that little purple-headed heifer did not come in and mess up the dynamic, I do not believe there would have been beef. It would not have been a beef stew between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. I believe that. Now, even though Nia was feeling herself, swift, I do not think it would have gone the way that it did. Because Tiffany Stratton could have just went for the Women's World Championship and been happy, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. I just liked the dynamic between Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. I loved it. And I love seeing a veteran like Trish get back in the ring. Like, that woman is so fit, and she looks so youthful. It's like she drinks from the fountain of youth. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm just glad that the Tiffies and the Trishies got their W in this match. But overall, I didn't really care about it. I just want it to be over, and I just want Tiffany to move on with her life. This unsanctioned match with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was brutal. Now, going into this match, y'all, I will tell you honestly, I was having mixed feelings about it. On one hand, these two have such history, even outside of WWE. Like, these are both men from, I almost said Canadian, my goodness, Canada. And they have been growing up in this pro wrestling business for decades. So there's, of course, this rich history there. But at the same time, because there's such history there, and it's either Kevin turning on Sami or Sami turning on Kevin, or it's always been one or the other, and I just felt like they were just doing a rinse and repeat thing here, even though I get why everything played out the way that it did. I don't call that it's bad. Kevin had a right to be pissed off. Sami had a right to be pissed off. Kevin, turning on Randy and turn on Cody and feeling a certain type of way, Sami being caught in the middle, him being attacked, I get it, I totally get it, but going in, I was just like, okay, here we go, what is this unsanctioned thing gonna be? But I feel like these two wrestlers, the two superstars, have such confidence in one another and have wrestled together for so long and have such a strong friendship and such a respect for one another that with this unsanctioned match, it was going to be crazy, but I didn't realize how crazy it was going to get. And I ended up enjoying this match so much, and it all being in Canada, their home country. It was literally quatazy. It was quatazy. I was not expecting Kevin Owens to get the W. Like, the barbed wire chair threw me. Literally, it threw me. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. There's just so much that went down in this match, even from the going out of the ring, going up in the crowd, and all. I love when they do this stuff like that. And I was feeling bad for the production crew, because people getting thrown into the tables with the drinks and the popcorn. I'm just like, man, what are they gonna eat? Besides that, it was great. It was great. And honestly, because Kevin Owens won, because I was expecting, the face to win the match, but with KO winning against Sami, this is not over. And since it is not over, I'm like, okay, are they gonna run this back at WrestleMania? And if they are, how different is it going to be compared to all the other times that they wrestled each other? Is it going to be unsanctioned? Like, what are they going to do with that? Unless it is done in their part in their ways. But I don't see that. I am glad that KO did get the W, because he's out on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't got a support system like Sami Zayn do. He got Jay, he got Cody, he got Jimmy. Like, Sami got people. He even got freaking Roman Reigns. KO ain't got nobody. He's ostracized himself from other people, so he's on his own. So it's dope that he did get the W. With Randy Orton coming out though, was not expecting that. I was like, no, oh my gosh, here we go again with people getting their comeuppance. First you had Jade coming out before the match even started for the women's Elimination Chamber match, beating the freak out of Naomi, getting her payback from what old girl did to her a while back in an attack or sneak attack. But then you have Randy Orton coming out after the unsanctioned match to get his lick back, to get his payback on KO for having him out for the months. Like, y'all, the speechless stay speechless. And I'm talking about myself, because but I love how KO was not scared, not even a little bit. He was just like, come on, get in the ring, come on, let's go. I was so mad though. I was so mad. I was like, okay, I'm not a violent woman, but there was just something about Randy coming out, being in the ring, about to tear KO's face up. And with the WWE officials stopping him, referees stopping Randy from getting him, I was just like, why don't you mind your business? Always come out right on the right time. There were so many storylines within this one men's Elimination Chamber match that is bonkers to me. You have the beef with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. Then you got Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Then you got CM Punk and Logan Paul. Then you got Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Then you got a little bit of, let us not even forget CM Punk and Cena, their history. Like, it was just sitting back and watching that match unfold was crazy to me because they could have gone so many different ways, and there was just so much to do in there. And I was just so freaking excited. I was so excited to watch this because I honestly had no clue what direction WWE was going to go. My mind, though, initially, I was like, okay, they're going to give it to CM Punk. Like, Punk is going to get it. Punk has always gotten close. He's in his quest to have a WrestleMania moment, to the main event, WrestleMania. And I was like, okay, this is going to be his night. CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins had their freaking beef. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, CM Punk and Cena, CM Punk and Logan, man, the enemies that this man has. I was like, okay, he's gonna beat all the odds. Bianca beat all the odds. CM Punk is gonna beat all the odds. No. The fact that Cena, and they've been teasing us, and I thought they were just swerving us, putting it in my mind, okay, maybe he is gonna get it, or maybe he's not. I did not know. And for him to win the Elimination Chamber match, I was actually happy. It's crazy to sound. I was like, I want him to win. He's been losing. He's been on the L streak for the longest time. Stupid match between John Cena and Austin Theory. I think it was for the United States Championship, and I think it was at WrestleMania 39, and I think it was a stupid match. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the fact that he lost. I know he was putting Austin Theory over. They always say Austin Theory is a reminder, makes you think about John Cena, blah, 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 emulating all, blah, blah, whatever. I was like, I don't like it. And then after that, Cena kept losing. I'm like, when is this man gonna win? I remember there was a time when I did not like Cena. I thought he was a cornball. I'll say that.
Watch your mouth.
But as time went on, I began to put on my adult hat. And I realized that he has put a lot into the pro wrestling business. He's put a lot into WWE, and he's given back in so many ways to the WWE fans. And you just gotta have respect for the man. He takes the chance, he takes the boos on the chin. He's put in work, and every time he does come back, I remember the whole thing with Roman Reigns and John Cena and the beef that they had, and John Cena being a part-timer, but he was a good freaking part-timer, okay? But besides all that, him winning, I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. Him versus Cody Rhodes, two faces? What? No. So, besides all that, with the boss coming out, with Travis Scott, I'm like, okay, I get it. Travis Scott, the theme song, the official theme song for WrestleMania 41 is Travis Scott's song theme. Get it? Okay, he will come out. But you have, John and Cody Rhodes in the ring first, because Cody was the one that came out. But with Cena turning heel.
Unbelievable.
What? Mind blown. I never thought I would see the day. I never thought it. I can't even get my English together. I never thought I'd see the day where John Cena would turn heel. And he's in a main event WrestleMania match. He against Cody for the undisputed WWE Chamber. Heel. I just said, I was like, okay, we're gonna have two faces facing off in a championship match, WrestleMania 41. How are they gonna do that? How are they gonna play that? No, they were just like, let's fix that. No, John Cena's turning heel. But the crazy part about him turning heel right before this man is about to retire is the fact that The Rock had everything to do with it. It's interesting to me that The Rock was there, Travis Scott was there, and then you got John Cena, who turned heel and is there. Because as I was talking to you guys about in my previous video where I was talking about The Rock, and The Rock asking Cody Rhodes, be my champion, sell your soul, give me your soul. I want your soul. I don't want your championship. I want you. I want your soul. I want the essence of you. I want that part that is so sacred to you. I want that. I want you to sell yourself to me so I can take you to higher heights. And I was talking about how Hollywood that is, how casting couch that is, how deep and wicked that is. And like I said, guys, if you have not watched that video, you need to watch it because it lines up with what happened at the Elimination Chamber at the end of the show. Think about it. You have The Rock. He is Hollywood. I mean, at one point, Hollywood Rock. Okay, okay. Come on. He is deep in the club. Like I said before, he has millions of dollars. He has so much investment in Hollywood. Okay, so Hollywood superstar. And then you have Travis Scott. He is a huge rapper. So many people, the youth, love him. He is deep in Hollywood. You got to do a lot of stuff, a lot of nasty stuff to get in there. And the higher you go, the more things you have to sacrifice, like your soul. And then you have Cena, him turning heel. But even if you look at it from outside of the pro wrestling world, John Cena, yes, he's a pro wrestler, but he is a Hollywood superstar as well. It's funny how Rock and Cena had their feud, and Cena was talking about, Rock going Hollywood and stuff like that, and then he ended up doing the exact same thing and becoming huge in Hollywood, having different shows, being in different movies, commercials, all that stuff. So all three of these men, Travis Scott, The Rock, and John Cena, are deep in Hollywood, banding together because Cody Rhodes said no. Well, more specifically, he's told The Rock to go F himself. Wasn't expecting that. I mean, they done bleeped everything else that the fans were saying, but y'all just let Cody Rhodes just throw out the F-bomb. I asked on that last video that I did, how deep is WWE gonna go in terms of this whole spiritual thing? And they answered, and they went deep. I mean, you had 3 stars in that ring, and they were freaking up Cody Rhodes to the point where I felt so bad for Cody. He was bleeding, he was freaked up. Like, to see John Cena turn on Cody the way that he did, his smile went to a frown. That man looked dark. He looked evil. He looked like his soul was gone from him. And it's just a switch. It was just a switch. And to see Rock do that to him instantaneously, Cena just went into heel mode and kicked Cody in the newts, and all this stuff happened. And what people didn't notice is that Travis Scott was in the corner, in the ring, and while all this stuff is going on and the story is unfolding, this man had Sage. I don't think y'all saw it, but I had to play it back, and I was like, wait a minute. Pat McAfee said something about it, but even before I played it back to hear what McAfee was saying in commentary, I saw Travis Scott take out Sage and start flailing it around his entire body, around his head, smelling it, doing all this stuff like that. And people were making jokes on social media. I'm like, yo, he high, he this, he that. And I'm like, you guys are totally missing the spiritual indication that was something very wicked, very spiritual. And if you guys didn't pick up on it, a lot of times it just goes over their head, because they're just like, oh, he's just weird, he's just this, Travis Scott, he's creepy, he does drugs and everything. Using sage like that, and it's called a cleansing, is like a sage cleansing. Sage cleansing is literally an ancient spiritual practice where people, whether they take it around their house, and it's, they're burning the sage, they're burning this herb, and they're taking it around their house to cleanse it from negative energy, or they'll put it around themselves to promote this sense of peace, clarity, positive energy. It's very rooted in paganism, very much so. It's also called smudging, and a lot of Hollywood celebrities do that stuff. Why? They cleansing themselves from the dirty wickedness that they be doing in these weird, Hollywood spiritual rituals that they be freaking doing behind closed doors to go from one level of fame and fortune to the next. So it was so significant to see Travis Scott doing that in the corner before the shiznit hit the fan, because that was just like, that was him literally cleansing himself from the negative energy, trying to cleanse himself from the sins that he was about to take part of, or that he was about to see, because he knew what was going to go down. He knew what Rock was going to do. He knew that Cena was going to, like, he knew, like, let's be real, he knew what was going to pop off. Like, why would you be getting it all up and down, trying to protect yourself? And you know that stuff don't work. So crazy. And I feel like I saw at one point Travis was doing it around Cody Rhodes too, had the sage around him, cleansing the negative energy and all that stuff like that. And I'm like, this is so sick. This is so freaking demented. There were so many spiritual implications in that segment. Like, it really did set stuff off. The promos that are going to come out of Cena with him turning heel and his explanation, like, he has every reason to turn heel. I mean, yes, he's, retiring, but besides that, this man has been on a losing streak. And he's like, it's my freaking time. So I'm not surprised. I'm not going to be surprised when I hear the promos that are going to come from him. And I know Rock is going to be front and center to egg everything on. I'm just excited to see how The Rock is going to play into this with Cena and Rhodes. And Travis was just the icing on the cake for the whole thing. Just to bring him in, another Hollywood star, just to bring him into the mix, just made it so much more wicked and evil, and just played on the whole thing with selling your soul. And when you don't sell your soul, the hell you have to pay for rejecting the enemy, rejecting the devil. Like, that's what they were giving at that. It's just like, there are repercussions. You want the fame, you want the love, you want the acceptance, you want to be the people's champ, but you don't want to give to go to the next level. And I'm the final boss. You want to reject the final boss, you're gonna get freaked up. Like, all that. Like, so that's my 2 cents in a biscuit. You guys, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about Elimination Chamber. I was expecting this video to be this long, but I just have so much to say, okay? So let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this PLE. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys.